Hello and welcome to episode 14, series 3 of Youth Squad Legends. Now this is guaranteed to be an interesting episode because we're moving on to the second season and that means regens, baby! We got 3 player contracts expiring that I will not be renewing. That's Christian Stroodijk, Diego Dema and Daniel Lurk. I'm giving so much faith to the players in the youth academy to do the business next season. Around May time every year, your youth squad improves overall. So I'm going to go through my youth squad now with you guys. You'll notice some substantial improvements in some players. So Bento Mireles, overall of 62 to 76, potential of 83 to 94. David Dickinson, overall of 49 to 61, potential of 67 to 83. Elias Brzezinska, overall of 38 to 48, potential of 66 to 86. Elugio Carrero, overall of 43 to 53, potential of 69 to 89. Fabian Stoppelkamp, overall of 56 to 68, potential of 78 to 94. Florian Didavi, overall of 49 to 57, potential of 64 to 76. I might as well release this guy now. Luke Eustace, overall of 52 to 64, potential of 69 to 85. Martin Hart, overall of 63 to 67, potential of 81 to 87. Mation Uwengo, overall of 60 to 70, potential of 78 to 92. Nicholas Burker, overall of 61 to 67, potential of 85 to 94. Patrick Volland, overall of 51 to 59, potential of 72 to 84. Rafael Jaisiel, overall of 55 to 61, potential of 73 to 81. I'll release that guy. Ricky Brush, overall of 62 to 68, potential of 83 to 93. And finally Scott Buxton, who has an overall of 58 to 68 and a potential of 70 to 82. Now that I'm on the proper game with the disc, the menus don't lag either, so things are feeling very nice on this menu system now. Reinhardt, scouting Germany. Ooh, what a player! Matthias Mulders. Oh, oh, oh. Sign, yes. Monthly scouting update from Japan. And there is no one. The best potential on there is a 91. Ichisake Fujiwara, but his overall is pretty low. 39 to 53. Might be a 46 overall when we get him. Performance review meeting scheduled. Obviously, it's the end of the season, so they're just going to review what I've done in this season. Realise that I've actually hit all my targets and then gone, oh, okay, yeah, you've done well. Here's another contract for the next year. Loading up them regens. Oh, yeah, make them regens, motherfucker. Get them regens done. Oh, we want another Piscopo. We want another Piscopo. Imagine if we just load this up and then voila, there's a Domenico Piscopo there. Actually called Domenico Piscopo. It's like, oh fuck, there's Domenico Piscopo, let's go and sign him. I will not know anybody's overall. I have to scout and scout and scout before I even sign anybody. Global Transfer Network. Let be having ya. Nori Okuma, you go to Northern Europe. Go to England. There's usually some quality players in England. Central Europe. We want Germany. Yeah, of course. Christoph Wesley. He can go to Italy. Italy. Yes. Find me a Piscopo. Then we'll hit up Spain as well. Add new instruction. We want age to be very, very low. The lowest it can go is 16. I think regen starts 16 to 19, 16 to 20. 16 to 20. I can search for players myself, so we can have a look at this free agents list, even though I'm not too sure that I will know the overall. Indeed, I do not know the overall. I just know people's names. Lovely. You don't get the overalls of players, but you do get overall ranges. So this is where knowledge comes into it. So it's not difficult to find superstars, but you're just going to have to read more into the attributes. He's an interesting one. Jean-Claude Marcia. 6'2", high attacking work rate, high defensive, 4-star weak foot. Doesn't really matter about the skill moves because he's a central defensive midfielder. I need a scout out to him. However, we don't have any scouts available because they're all on scouting missions. So I either bring back a scout, or with the excessive transfer budget that we have, I can just buy another one. Buy a better scout for us. Kevin Letcher, yes. Netherlands, 4-star, 5-star. You're our new scout, mate. Well played. I'm going to hire Thomas Collar as well. 4-star, 4-star. It's another good scout for us. So I'm asking the Dutch scout to have a look at Jean-Claude Marcia for me. Hopefully he's not looking at one player per scout, or else we're in a bit of trouble here. Yes, right, I've got one. Mike Berraby. Yes, there's green there. There's green. Short pass 69 to 79. There might be some potential here. Our new Dutch scout is having a look at Berraby as well, so thankfully, scouts are not limited to one player at a time. I've already realised that this is definitely time consuming, so I'm going to report back to you when the scouts have actually written up a report on the players that I've asked them to write up a report about, and then we will take it from there if we want to sign the player or not. Fucking brilliant. I found this guy, Balde Dio Keita, and I was thinking, oh my god, we finally found something amazing. Just had a search on Google, this guy actually exists. Woo! So that means I can't use him. This is actually worse than brain surgery. It's so difficult. Plenty of names here. Plenty of names. I don't know what's going on. I now can understand why people were telling me on Twitter that the Global Scouting Network was so fucking difficult. You can't get your head around it. It's like, what are you doing? I'm having to check every single player what I scout in Google just to see if they're real players or not, which takes up even more time. This guy is a regen. I confirm this guy is a regen. Celebration time. Yes! So the stats that jump out here are jumping, strength, sprint speed, stamina, stand tackle and balance. He's also 6'6". And Bombo will not move again, obviously, because he's just joint Stuttgart, but I can add him to the shortlist. Adding people on the shortlist will be very important this year, just to make sure that you don't get confused with the game. The new German scout report has brought up Christian Holthaus. He looks like he will be a central attacking midfield player, overall of 44 to 62, potential of 70 to 94. Sign. We do have a bit of information about Charlie Forster, an 18-year-old striker from England. He's 5'9", his sprint speed's quick. I'm thinking I should take a gamble straight away simply because of that sprint speed. I might regret this. 3 years and you can be a future first team player. This guy's stats look very promising. Federico Verano. Dribbling good, long passing good, long shots good, curve good, shot power good, short passing good. I'm now going to search on Google and I bet you this guy is a real player. Oh yes, he's a real player. Of course he is. Fuck's sake. Danny Iglesias, plays at RC Deportivo. Preliminary report says ball control, finishing, sprint speed, penalties and dribbling. I say scout him. Hang on, I didn't check if Danny Iglesias is a real player or not. Ugh. Oh, he's a real player. He's a real fucking player. Kill me now! Transfer offer for Nico Berghardt going to FC Thun is a measly £30,000, but the problem is for Berghardt, he's at a club that already has 3 youth academy goalkeepers. 1 already in the first team and 2 coming up. Oh my god, look at that guy's sprint speed! Ha! Insane fast! Yep, he's a real player as well. I know what can help me. I know what can help me. When it's got an exclamation mark and it says at the club since 2014. That will help me. It will sort out the people who are real and the people who are not. New report from Benatelli, Jasmine Markovic. Here's the big man on this list, and look at them physical stats. Jumping 68 to 78, strength 61 to 71. In technical, we can see standing tackle is 65 to 75. He's 6'4" and he's a centre back. Final scouting report available from Japan. Hey, someone good from Japan. Sane Tomo Mitsuya will be a left back. Overall of 51 to 67, potential of 79 to 94. Sign him up! Forster has declined the contract offer because he wants a bigger role in our squad, which leads me to believe that he's got a good overall. This time we'll go for squad rotation player rather than future first teamer. Contract offer accepted by Charlie Forster. That means that we have our first regen in. Reports are now getting complete, which is great news. We get more information on the players that were interesting me at the time. Luke Moss, he looked pretty poor, to be honest. Disappointing in that one. Maicon Lequera Gonçalves. The physicals are fantastic on this guy. Technicals are pretty poor. Standing tackles 60 to 64. Possibly the best one on there. Jean-Claude Marcia, the one that I have most faith in. That's not looking good with all the reds on the summary. Physical, yeah, pretty poor. And technical, very poor. I am gutted. Mike Berraby's holding more promise. Good acceleration, good sprint speed, good balance. And good short passing. Short passing is the key to being a good centre mid. And he's definitely got short passing in his locker. I thought we had a really good player then, Anthony Martial. Look at his physicals. And his technicals are brilliant as well. And I've just searched him on Google, and he's a real fucking player! Oh, fantastic! Alexander Mitrovic is a real player as well. This gets better! So the two best players that I found are both real players. Alessandro Munari, 6'3", jumping of 72 to 82. What's his strength? 63 to 73. That's good as well. Please, I beg of you, do not be a real player. I'm pretty confident that this guy is a regen. He's a good regen at that. I'm going to ask Let's Heart to scout Alessandro Munari. Why can't they just be an option to say, are you only interested in regens, and just a big tick? Ladislav Gabri Selassie is not a real player. Engelstadt have got an insane regen right back. Alberto Patillo Soler doesn't seem to be a real player. Now his physicals and technicals are very good. Short passing, you've got to agree, 71 to 81 for a 19-year-old. I'm still doubtful of the fact, actually. I bet this guy's a real player, but obviously Google's not finding him. We shall scout Alberto Portillo Soler for more information. Oh, what? When did David Dickinson become shit? His potential's dropped 68 to 80. I'm going to have to release David Dickinson. Cheapers chips. Eligio Caero. His overall's just diminished 40 to 50. Why? Elias Brzezinska. His overall's gone down to 42 to 50. But yet his potential's still 71 to 87. What the fuck? Fortunately, we do have good players in this youth squad, which we're going to pull up now. So Bento Morales, let's offer him a contract. 5 years, 500 quid for a squad rotation player. Martin Hart, offer him a contract. 500 quid for 5 years. Another squad rotation player. Matthias Molders, offer the contract. 5 years, 500 quid for a squad rotation player. Sanitomo Mitsuya, 5 years, 500 quid, squad rotation. Finally, Scott Buxton, who only has a potential reach of 81, but his overall is 61 to 67, so how can you not bring him up? 500 quid, 5 years, squad role, squad rotation player. We've got 4 contracts accepted by youth players. But the big piece of news is the final scout report on Anthony Bolingoli Mbombo. He's absolutely insane, that lad. He's the first player that we need to sign when January comes. It's now the 26th of July. The youth players that we offered a contract to are now in the first team. We don't know their overall yet. We are going to very shortly. I'm going to finish this episode now with a squad report. The reason that I haven't played any games, and I was expecting to play some games, is that I thought the Global Transfer Network were going to be a bit easier than this. I've spent just under 2 hours advancing to the 26th of July. Mentally, it's pretty painful. This is quite exciting, this, because I don't know the overalls as well. I don't know any of the new players' overalls, even Charlie Forster, who's like the striker what we've brought in. Am I going to be disappointed, or am I going to be elated? It is the squad report. Adrian van Gijsegem, overall of 55, gone up by 1. Jens Vemmer, overall of 69. Patrick Ziegler, overall of 66. Uwe Hernmeyer, overall of 68. Thomas Bertels, overall of 68. Sebastian Schonlau, overall of 56. Manuel Zeitz, overall of 67. Mario Vrancic, overall of 69. Joe Defoe, overall of 54. Rick ten Voorde, overall of 67. Mahir Salik, overall of 67. Michael Heinloff, overall of 60. Sally Usane, overall of 62. Fabian Schäfer, overall of 60, gone up by 1. Florian Harthers, overall of 67. Martin Amadik, overall of 65. Sanimoto Mitsuya, overall of 56. Charlie Forster's overall of 57, that's quite disappointing. Expected 60 there, but that's alright, 57, it's okay. Matthias Mulder's overall of 61. Bento Morales overall of 67. You beauty! Scott Buxton overall of 63. Not bad. Tom Vella overall of 56. Gone up by 1. Martin Hart overall of 64. Mernes Pepic overall of 57. Mark Vukinovic overall of 60. And finally Tim Velko overall of 55. Oh wow, this has been a strenuous episode. But a very good one, especially the pull-ups from the Youth Academy. This has been Cutsy Gaming. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.